Good morning to everyone. Today I would like to explain the topic about networking and internetworking devices. So first we have to know about the internetworking devices. So internetworking devices, which is mainly used in the internet. So to create an internet we need these devices. So the main two internetworking devices are routers and gateways. And next one is the networking devices. So networking devices, why we are using this is to extend the distance, and then if the number of stations may be too great, and then the efficient delivery and then management of network is needed. So for that we are using a networking devices. So repeater and bridges are the networking devices. So here we can see the connecting devices. So connecting devices is divided into two types. One is the networking and another one is the internetworking. So networking devices is a repeaters and bridges, and networking devices is a routers and gateways. So here each of these four devices, that is a networking and internetworking devices, they are interact with the protocols. So these protocols are in a OSI model. So OSI model is a open system interconnection model. So in this OSI model we have a 7 layers. So out of this 7 layers, the 4 devices which are using this 4 layers only, that is a repeater which uses only physical layer, and bridges uses a data link layer, and a router uses a network layer, but a gateway which uses all layers which is present in the OSI model. Here we can see the repeater which is used only in a physical, and bridges used in a data link, and a router is used in a network device, and here the gateway which uses all the 7 layers which is in a OSI model. So next, repeater. So repeater means it is mainly installed in a link. So it receives the signal, whatever the signal it receives, it just regenerates the signal. So before it becomes a too weak or a corrupted, before receiving the signal by the repeater, the signal will be very weak or a corrupted. So the weak signals will be regenerated by this repeater. So it operates only on a physical layer. So it regenerates the original bit pattern and puts the refreshed copy to that link. So here we can see the physical layer which is used by the repeater. So these are the two devices, A and the B. So A is a sender and B is a receiver. So here the repeater. So in between a repeater which regenerates the signal, whatever the signal it receives, so it just regenerate whatever the weak and corrupted signals will be eliminated. So here the repeater, it just extends the physical length of a network. So if we are using a repeater means no need of the base station, so it will reduce the number of base stations, and then it does not change the functionality of the network in any way. So here we can see the corrupted signal and then a regenerated signal from a right to left transmission. So that is a corrupted signal that will be regenerated by the repeater. Again it will be a fresh signal. So the repeater will not amplify the signal, it just regenerates. So repeater will never be an amplifier. So next one is bridges. So bridges are mainly used to divide the large network into smaller segment. It mainly reduces the traffic. So if there is a number of LANs, the number of packets will be collided. So that will be avoided by this bridge. So it just relay the frames. So it filters the traffic and controls the congestion and identify the problems in a link. So it operates in a physical and also in a data link layer of the OSI model. So here the bridge which is between a device A and a B. So the device A is a one LAN and device B is another LAN. So between these two LAN we have a bridge. It uses only the data link layer of the OSI model. So here we can see, so the first 4 system A, B, C, D which is in a one segment, and then next segment is a E, F, G, H. So these two different LAN will be connected by this bridge. So when a frame enters the bridge, so the bridge not only regenerate the signal like a repeater, it just check the address of the destination and forward the new copy only to the particular segment. So here we can see, so without using a bridge, the A will be sending a message to D. So if the packet is forwarding through the bridge means, so that is a packet from A to G. So this is a function of the bridge. And next one is the types of bridges. So there are 3 types of bridges: simple bridge, multi-port and transparent bridge. So next one is a router. So router is one of the internetworking devices. So the router, it accesses the network layer address, so which is present in a packet. So the packet is sent by the sender. So in a sender which adds the address of the to address and a from address. So that will be accessed by the router using this network layer address. So it contains a software and enable them to determine where the possible path between the systems which is present in the network. And next one is a router have an address on and links to and two or more networks at the same time. So it just calculate the best path to forward the packet, and then it operates in a physical layer, data link layer and network layer of the OSI model. So generally the router will just access the network layer address, and using that address it just calculate the shortest path and forward the packet to that particular route. So here we can see that device A and B. So again the router which uses that network layer, physical and data link also. So once a router has identified the best route for a packet to travel, then it passes that packet along the appropriate network to the another router also. So it just tell the what about the shortest path or a best route to send the packet. So that will be calculated, and that is also forward to the next router also. So here we can see the number of LANs. So here the router will connected with that bus, ring, and then so these are the different types of topologies. So in this topologies the routers will interconnect all the networking devices. So next one is a gateway. So gateway is also an internetworking device. So it is just a protocol converter. So it is not like a router, it does not calculate any shortest path like that. It just convert the protocol. So a gateway just accept the packet from a one network, and then it convert that packet and formatted into that next whatever the protocol used by the receiver side. So in a sender side if you are using a TCP IP, but in the receiver side if they are using a HTTP means, so that packet will be transformed into HTTP by using this gateway. So here the gateway just transform that packet into one protocol into another protocol. So that's why it is called as a protocol converter. So it is generally a software installed within a router. So it is installed in a router means we can easily calculate the shortest path, and also the protocol is also converted into. So here it understands the protocols used by each network and linked into the router. So here we can see that there are 7 layers which are used by the gateway. So the out of the 7 layers, the sender and receiver side also all the layers will be worked if you are using a gateway. So here it is connected with an IBM. So the gateway is the main thing. So nowadays the gateways is installed with a firewall, router and everything. Then thank you.